Okay, right, so I've started, so ignition is on, and then if you start the vehicle for me, please, sir. Couple of revs for me, please. Must say, it smells excellent. And then, is that the only one? I don't suppose there's anything on that one, but I can't actually see. Cool, perfect, thank you for that. Here we are, we're out on the first drive in the 1974 Datsun 260Z with the owner, and he's going to tell us about how this beautiful car runs and drives. So, when you're ready, sir.
Okay, well the first thing to note is that the steering is free of play, very, very positive. It's not power assisted, so you know, you'd have to get used to that. And the gearbox, easy to engage, smooth. Clutch is, I don't think it's heavy, doesn't feel heavy, the clutch. It's generally nice to drive. The power delivery is smooth, but when it's cold, it's not very happy when it's cold, but we're up to temperature now, and it sorts itself out. Everything else in the car works, all the electrics and everything like that works well. I'm going to take a right turn here onto a fast road. I might even wind my window up. So the brakes are okay. They're not your modern stand it on its nose brakes. You have to give them a bit to stop quick, but that's classic cars for you. I'm going to wind my window up. So.
Just really quickly, sorry, cutting across you. So how does the brake pedal feel? Is there?
It's positive, but firmer than a modern car.
Is there much travel in the pedal, or is it?
No, very little travel. It engages quite high up, and it stops the car easily. If you stood on it hard, you'd stand it on its nose. So the brakes are all very good. There's no problem. It pulls up in a nice straight line. There's no issues with the brakes at all. The handbrake, can't do it now, of course, holds well. And
good.
It's got a nice wind to it. Didn't have the opportunity there to open it up. I might in a minute further up here. But one thing you have to be aware of is that when you down change, make sure you put the clutch right to the floor, because I've driven this before now, not realising that I wasn't putting the clutch to the floor, and it's not very happy. But that's the only thing I've ever noticed.
Cool. We just touched on the suspension, because obviously before we started the video, we were going through, I would say, an awful bit of road.
That's right.
Which would have been really good to show on the video, but we didn't do it, whatever. but I would say the suspension is fairly compliant. You know, like I think we both agreed that you know, for a sports car of this era, it did very well. But I would just like kind of your thoughts and opinions on it.
Yeah, well, the suspension is firm, but not too firm. But there's no shakes or rattles on a rough road, which you often get. It's a very secure feeling, compliant car, which I'm just going to accelerate now, just to give you show that it's got. That's something I would say is that it's got far more power than your standard 240 or 260, owing to these modifications. So you are getting quite a lively little car. We're doing 70 now, but only because I can't go any faster than that. It's hands off, it'll go in a straight line, although I don't like taking my hands off the steering wheel, not that sensible. But the drive is the steering is very direct, very firm, visibility is good, and there's so much more power left. So we're doing 65-ish now, and it's still, you know, I can't really accelerate up to the front of this car, but you can hear the engine burst into life. It's a very, I'll probably turn off here actually, because otherwise we'll be going too far. And then I'll come back the other way.
And it sounds like, at least from where I'm sitting anyway, that it's quite a responsive throttle, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like you touch it and you always feel it kind of not jump forwards, but you can feel it go.
That's right. It is progressive. It doesn't. It's never out of control. In fact, with all aspects of this car, you are in control of it, and it's the feel-good factor that makes these such good cars and good fun to drive. And in fact, you do get a bit of a buzz. I have to agree. I mean, I've got a bit of a buzz now, but it's just nice to drive.
Cool.
And I think it's because you're not over-closeted like your modern car with the power this, power that, smooth and quiet. I wouldn't say you've got to work at it, but
it's a rewarding drive.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. I couldn't think of those words whilst I was struggling with the down change.
Yeah, I think this would be a good opportunity as well. We don't get stuck behind the car, just to open her up a little bit if we can.
Okay,
but
well, that's what we do. I'm doing this on the next bit.
We'll see how we get on, because traffic normally gets in the way.
Yeah.
And spoils our fun, unfortunately. How's the steering at low speed?
Oh well, it's fine. It's just non-power steering. You have to put some weight behind it, but it's not heavy steering. Right, I'm just going to give it some beans now. Just to you will. So we're 70 miles an hour in no time at all. Up to top gear we can go. Very sports car like.
Yeah.
But you see, it's got plenty of grunt. I'm going to come off at this junction, well, especially as there's a 40 limit coming up, so there'll be no point. And just bringing the speed down to sensible. And but it's that lovely zip of performance that is just superb.
Yeah, and it's almost as you were coming down the slip road. I could be totally wrong here.
Yeah.
But especially at those higher RPMs, you could almost hear the second. I think it's double overhead cam, isn't it?
It's only a single.
Oh, it is a single.
But as I say, it is a tuned camshaft, although I've not really been able to ascertain how much tuning there was in it. I have been back to Four Ways Engineering, who put it in, and they couldn't tell me either. And that is when they said to me, your best bet is to get a rolling road tune. But they use a rolling road tune down in Kent. I've not been able to get there yet, or I've not had the opportunity, but that's what I would do with this, and it would just ease the cold. Well, it starts fine on cold, it's just not happy. And if you imagine we're not getting full performance out of this, it'll be like a rocket once you do. But some of the fun isn't going fast and silly, it's just driving it.
Yeah.
It's just nice to drive, and it's nice to get it right. And
what I've noticed on the short drive that we've been out as well is the people that we have passed have stopped, well not stopped, but have been looking, which I'm not a big advocate of saying, oh, it turns heads, but it is a very striking car.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I think so. I'm like that as well. I tend to try and keep a low profile, but it is nice to drive something a little bit different, and people appreciate that you've had to put some effort into it to keep it as nice as it is.
Yeah. Cool, brilliant. Well, thank you for that. I'm going to say that probably concludes our first drive, unless there's anything else that you wanted to add.
Well, I can add while I'm thinking about it. The clock, I've converted it to a quartz clock because the original one didn't work, as most of them don't. It's a quartz clock. The battery for it is in the glove compartment, and so in order to change the clock, take the battery out and wait for the right time to come along. You can adjust it from behind, but it's a real fiddle. When I'm talking about the Greenwich Mean Time, etc., you're better off just take the battery out, wait an hour and put it back in to lose its hour.
Cool, brilliant. Thank you for that.
I have just thought of one other thing. The fuel gauge sometimes has a mind of its own. I mean, it's fine now, and it is generally fine, but if you go around a few bends or over a few bumps, it wavers. It's a common fault with Zeds, apparently. They all do it, but you know how much fuel you put into it. It's not an issue, it's just that I like to point out these minor things that I've found with it.
I dare say that's a very, I would say, classic car, inverted commas
I think
thing.
so, yeah.
I certainly know you get it with caterers, you always have to tap on them to gauge your fuel. But I mean,
it is a classic car, and if you want sort of slick, smooth, quiet, economical driving, then buy an Audi.
From the man himself.
Yes.
Brilliant. Well, wonderful. Thank you for that. It's much appreciated.
Okay.